All right, so let's go ahead and get things started for today's after hours video, which right now it's 5:25 p.m. Eastern time. Um, Good chunk into after hours, and if you watched this morning's video, so the overall market actually just took an absolute beating today. We had a bad inflation report come out this morning, which I actually totally forgot about. PPI, price consumer. What is PPI? PPI stand for producer price index. So PPI was released this morning, came in hot. PPI is like high blood pressure. It's a silent killer. However, if we get good CPI, which came out on Tuesday, but it was the opposite, we actually got bad CPI. And if today's PPI did not come in so hot, then maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. But the entire market just got hit hard. And when the top of the market pretty much gets hit hard, companies like Mullen just gets hit absolutely just harder, which is really unfortunate. So, in case you're new to the channel, quick info about myself. I invested in Mullen since March 2022. Was invested up until May 2023 after their first reverse stock split. Sold my position for a huge loss, and I've just been slowly swing trading and day trading Mullen. I do have a position right now. Unfortunately, I am down in my position by close to 20%. Not a humongous position. And this is not, I'm not telling you guys to do anything. You should always do your own research before ever choosing to follow anyone you hear on YouTube. I've actually lost a lot of money from listening to people on YouTube. Whenever I listen to myself and I trust myself, I always make money, especially in the stock market. But I actually did something a little suicidal today with my money, and I actually bought more Mullen shares, and I'll tell you guys why a little later on in this video. But for anyone holding the stock long term, the end all be all is really it's not. We're in bad territory, but it's not like something catalytically bad, and I'll talk about that on too. But let me go over the charts for today. So we got 6 big points, 3 resistance points, pivot points, and 3 support pivot points as well. All-time low did move down today, which is just absolutely terrible to end up happening. But all this waterfall of red pretty much came from the broader market pulling back significantly, and also Tesla. Tesla took a beating. But once it basically pretty much cooled off, we were pretty much chilling below the S3 pivot point, and that's where we pretty much ended today. Thank God we didn't break down in the afternoon even lower, even though around right before power hour, well, power hour is 1400 or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time it starts. We were up a little bit, gaining some momentum, but overall, the buying pressure just was not there today. We had a little bit of buying pressure, then we just basically pretty much sold off. A lot of people on X, Twitter, are saying they're diluting. I really don't believe this is dilution. This is just the broader market and Tesla. Tesla, right? Mullen is moving right now with the broader market. And if the broader market is pushing down with fear of inflation, then Mullen itself is going to significantly go down. But right now, the next big support that we have is this all-time low at I can't even believe I'm saying this, $5.65 is the new all-time low. Let me double check. Yep. So tomorrow, these pivot levels are obviously going to be lower. I wouldn't be surprised if the first support is actually below our all-time low, which is just absolutely terrible. Let's go and check out Tesla before actually looking on the daily time frame. Right now, we're on the 1-minute time frame, and of course, even if we were to go to the 5-minute time frame, it doesn't look any better. it's basically just today was not good. Okay, Tesla. 1 minute time frame, pivot levels, obviously just Tesla just broke down. We had some good, decent buying pressure, and I even put this in my previous video for today. We were pushing up, and I actually said, I'm like, hey, you know, things aren't going too bad. And then we just broke down and just broke down. And once we broke this S2, or rather, once we broke the S1, right around quarter after of market being open, then we just pretty much just was trending lower and lower. What used to be support is now resistance. So the S1 is now resistance, and we just could not get above this S1. We tried. We basically were forming double tops. We wicked above the S1, but we just could not do it. We tried. So we broke down. Luckily, we didn't challenge the S2. We tried to get back over the S1. We failed. Pushed back down. And then we tried again. This is a double top. Double tops are bearish, which means we tried 2 areas to get over, and we failed. And then we broke back down. We just could not even get up again to maybe do a triple top, and we just broke down from there. Very unfortunate. And then once, of course, we broke the S2, we're just trending down. All the exponential moving averages are pointing down, sadly. The only positive thing is that we didn't break the S3. Because if we break 160, honestly, I'm not too sure what the next fib level is, or what the next heavy point. But if we're talking increments of 10, obviously 150 is going to be the next big point to watch. But one positive thing, and this is why I'm saying positive thing, okay? We had bad CPI data. I believe it was Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday that there was bad CPI. So, Tuesday, bad CPI came out. Yep, this was the result of Tuesday, bad CPI came out. Although we did better Tuesday, it was Wednesday that we really took the ass pounding. Tesla itself is in a different world. But what I was trying to say, because if you look at maybe like Apple or something, I think Apple is actually not terrible. Tesla and Apple right now are 2 different worlds. Tesla has a lot of bad stuff going on. As for Mullen's case, if we go back to, where is it, Monday, Tuesday we didn't do so hot too, but Mullen, it's the thing about Mullen is just in its own world, which is kind of really crappy, but I don't believe that any massive dilution is happening, which is positive. And now we're just trending with the broader market. And the broader market just got slammed today. Tesla got slammed today too. But we did a very bad thing today. And in my previous couple of videos, I was pointing this out, that we've been holding this bottom since January. And since January, we've been holding this bottom. We pushed up from the bottom, and all this green is based on news. Also, that's Mullen moves on news. It really does. So all this is based on news. However, we did have news today, but it just was not what the market is looking for, and we did the worst case scenario, which is we pretty much are starting to fall off a cliff. Like I said, please don't take this as financial advice, and don't take this as something to do. I'm still holding a position right now, but tomorrow is really going to show, because if we do something like this, if we were to do this, actually, this is a good example. So, if we were to do something like this, and then if we do something like this, so let's say this candlestick is today, right? And let's say we push down even lower. I would be really worried. Now, back in December 1st, Mullen did drop news. I believe it was the lawsuit-related news, and that's why we ran. it's very unpredictable with Mullen, but it runs on news. However, what if we don't get news and then we do something like this and we just fall off a cliff? That could be absolutely catastrophic, especially at these all-time lows and especially at their low market cap as well. So tomorrow, I hope that we get a production update, because that is the only thing that Mullen is going to run on, is a production update in revenue. David, if you're holding news, like, now is the time, like, to drop it. Because if you literally have collected millions and millions of dollars, we could very well reverse, and we could get a nice big green candle right here, and we could move higher. Which would just be awesome, because the RSI is pointing down, which just really sucks, but RSI is so low. Typically, when the RSI is this low, if we look back on January, if we look back when the RSI was 32, which is what we're at, we do typically get a bounce, but it comes with news. Every single thing about this stock is based on news. Which is going to bring me to another crucial point about Mullen. Okay, so main point of this video, now that we got the charts out of the way, and I do apologize if, for the few subscribers I have, I did get a message saying, hey, your videos are actually very long, I like them, but I know there's people that probably don't like my lengthy videos, but, I am a day trader. I am a swing trader. Mullen beat the crap out of me, and I'm no longer a long-term investor of pretty much like any asset out there. So I tend to do a lot of talking, especially when it comes to TA, technical analysis. But main point of this video is the market cap rule that Mullen has it's an issue that I'm actually very scared for. And I'm not the only one that's looking at this stuff. I know this with a passion. Or I do know about this because X and I believe Reddit and StockTwits are also talking about this as well. So right now the market cap is dangerously close to 35 mil. Why do we care about the market cap being above $35 million? As you see, the market cap is 37.48 million. Okay, so let's go back in time a little bit. So Mullen did so if any company on the NASDAQ does a reverse stock split, I believe it is more than 1 year of a cumulative ratio of 1 to 250. So Mullen did Mullen did 3 reverse stock splits, 1 for 25, then 1 for 9, and then 1 for 100. In total, they did something like a 1 out of 22,000 reverse stock splits. So they violated this rule. So what this means is that if Mullen's share price goes below $1 in a 2-year span, they can be automatically delisted. There is no grace period. There is no notice of deficiency. There is no saying, hey, you can apply for a 6-month extension. There is no NASDAQ hearing panel. If their bid price goes below $1 for 30 consecutive days, then they're off the NASDAQ. And every single thing that they did in the last year would be for nothing. And I guarantee you there would probably be a class action lawsuit that would be brought. It would just not go well for the board of Mullen at all. It would be devastating. Absolutely depressing. However, the same applies with this. NASDAQ listing rule 5550 requires companies to maintain a market value of 35 million in NASDAQ listing rule for 30 consecutive days. So, if Mullen's market cap, and I don't know this for 100%, I'm like 95% sure. But if their market cap drops below $35 million for 30 consecutive business days, they get a delisting notice and they get kicked off the NASDAQ because they are not NASDAQ compliant anymore. So if Mullen goes below $35 million market cap, we got 30 days. Everyone's going to be watching this, but it's gonna. I fear, and this is where, like, if you're swinging this stock, like I am, having a tight stop loss may not be like the worst thing on the planet, because I mean, this thing could just fall off a water, like absolutely, like just it. After Mullen did a 1 for 9, it was day either 8 or 9 that they closed at 99 cents, and the thing went down by 20% in a matter of like 5 minutes and after hours because everyone was watching it. I'm watching this thing. I got notifications on TradingView, notifications on Webull, set up like you can't imagine. I got notifications on my phone, on my laptops. I am watching this stock religiously. So the only thing this is where we got to do. Hang on. MULN outstanding shares. So right now, Google is telling us that we have 6.55 million outstanding shares. But if we go to Stock Titan, first of all, the market cap is not right. We're looking at 6.33 mil. Webull has 6.55 million as well. So we're going to go ahead and say it is 6.55 mil, which actually gives us a lower price. So we got to do some math very, very quickly. So let's go ahead and pull out, and you guys can do this with me as well, because this is just very, very good to actually know, because this is going to be a be all type scenario. Okay, so the float is 6.33 mil. However, outstanding shares. See, I'm not entirely sure what we should be going like up against. Is it the float or outstanding? We'll go ahead and do both. Okay, let's go ahead and do the float first. So 35 million divided by 633 million. That means that if Mullen goes below 5.5, which actually, hang on, we are a ball hair away from this. Oh God, if you can do something, you would be so loved. Oh, heavenly God, please help. So $5.52, call it, is the is basically $35 million of market cap. Now let's go ahead and do 35 million. So the market cap of 35 million divided by 655 million shares. Now we're at a stock price of $5 and let's say 35 cents. So if Mullen breaks 552 tomorrow, along with it's going to be bad. I mean, but then again, I don't know. I can't predict the future. And I'm seeing what Mullen has done before in the past, and hopefully I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong significantly. And like I said, I really do hope something good happens. I want absolutely nothing bad to happen to myself, to people holding the stock. This stock, this company and board has just decimated this stock completely. But I am just I'm going to be saying my prayers tonight, everyone, and hopefully whatever religion you are, whatever God you worship, just oh, this is going to be a doozy. Otherwise, yeah, this is it for this video, and hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we get production news tomorrow, and I'm actually going to go and grab a Modelo, and might actually run out because I think I only have a few beers in my fridge. Oh, today was not a good day, but I on other positions I did add in. Oh, yes. So, before I forget, I did buy the dip today on Mullen. And the reason being is because something tells me hopefully we're going to be getting a bounce. And I've been wrong so many times, but I don't know. It's a gamble. Don't do what I do. Trust your judgment and just, it's you got to do you. And I know that there are some people out there holding this stock with hundreds and hundreds of dollars of averages. I am so sorry. I mean, if I didn't sell my bag back last year, I'd be, I don't even want to know what my average would be. But all right, thanks for watching this video, anyone, and I'll be making a new video tomorrow. Bye.